So okay, the important. Menya referee Thomas Nunoo ahoma so.
Okay.
Ref, good morning.
Morning, everyone.
You are dum. Me da sana pay every GM so issue say raising na pay nima be miensa. But key amongst our discussions this morning, I know actual time played, actual minutes played on the field of play. That's our bigger conversation this morning. But even before I go Nunoo, you raise the issue of referee assesses a ever back biono at the park. Now you bought if na basu no more involved in now you raise the issue about fairness and how important say moduma be for us to improve our refereeing, because standard the year and saying the referee go for no bet standard no from pa anti feedback and say oduma could be open minded, we should do it to improve refereeing. But Alan also raise the issue about regional quotas to say ever referee. But what's the brain behind that? If you've been explained to her, what is the brain behind having regional quota as referees?
Okay, that's it. Selection of referees, it has a lot of factors, what I say. But regional quota is not the first. It's not the first. Regional quota is good because looking at the kind of matches, air course and that kind of thing, regional quota is not the first. The first is competence. In this say I have premier. Yeah, call running now match commissioners, assessors, we are observing Division 1 for no. Even journalists, yes, in call for no go say, hey, we are called before match referee, that kind of thing. So competence is number one. Apart from competence, we try to balance the issue. That one there is correct because all there. People about southern sector now. There's a team from northern sector playing a southern sector team. Okay, then you'll be handicapped. So as much as possible, you try so you get a good blend. What I say, competence here, me don't have for let's say OT region or for that matter, or more or two very good assistant referees, very very good. But also looking at the balance, the bako ema the bono for because we need the NT straight. They are all difficult scenarios, but in order to get a good blend, but saying a competence is number one. We don't say because we want regional balance. We do not be had there or hapa any or but if there's equal strength and that can then the regional balance, they are not twice it makes a lot of sense.
Okay. And for fairness, not getting to a situation now, two teams from two regions, one referee from one region, a referee officiating now, more than some more chair and will be any bino. So two from the officiating matches from different regions, as much as possible. Let's bring a neutral person from a neutral region, no ability. But over the years, is it not flawed? Referees based on regional representation because. Meaning referee be a otitema born and bred in tema a whole free whole no bibia wa kwacha de o takrade and or say or takrade based referee but in him say or tema referee. Are we not lying to ourselves because we've seen so many in the past? Are we not just lying to ourselves by this regional basis?
We're not. Now we talk about affiliation. So he's affiliated to this particular region. Now he's playing on the ticket of I thought they belong to the in terms of affiliation, they belong to let's say Volta region. Volta region. And a lot of them are even residing in Accra or Boy, but the affiliation is Volta. What are they? So your affiliation is Volta. What are they? So when it comes to officiating, we see you more of your affiliation than where you reside.
That's the point I'm raising. I'm raising the underlying factor. The mischief you want to cure is the affiliation. It's where the allegiance really lies.
Yeah.
What you say. And I can say over the years, our experience has taught us say sometimes the allegiance really lies in maybe a free bar and maybe a mote.
And correct. The allegiance lies with where your membership or something.
Of course.
But not where they reside in Ukraine.
Of course. And Mr. Monche, back to the bigger issue of how do we manage to actually make players play 90 minutes in the almost more 90 minutes, but something close to 90 minutes. Koya said, and this is not based on any research. This is not based on any empirical evidence. This is based on observation. As a league, much as a year born, you more than 50 minutes. Oh, a league anymore. As a referee, I would demand. How do you manage to make the game more competitive? Not born any impact so my more than say yeah 19 born at 20 na born and we will get to where the ball boys and the relationship between the center referee and the ball boys.
Sure. In trying to minimize some of this, we look at what some of the factors are a contributor. I think we have mentioned some of them. You start take baller, definitely the ball goes out. FIFA in their own wisdom, no. As I say, ball goes out. Now, we'll introduce these ball retrievers. They introduce a lot of more of the footballs into one match. There's 10 footballs nearby, 12 footballs nearby, so that it reduces time lost. What I say, no, ball definitely ball go out. Even for the ball boys or the retrievers to bring the ball no crown, and not just 2 or 5 seconds, 8 seconds they call. The referee must take all these things into account. Sometimes you watch football and you realize that we have played a lot of the game in the first half. You say, your ball, no, just say no injuries, no idea. Mother, no more time added on crying 2 minutes. Just to take care of some of these things, some of these ball look out. There hasn't been any serious injury. There hasn't been any a substitution beyond time wasting beyond especially in the first half. But to take care of some of these petty ball goes out, maybe arrest you whistle for an infringement, you need to talk to somebody, a player is injured, you bring him up, not necessarily taking him out. You show a yellow card. First half, no man NC a crown, just a woody at 2 minutes. First half, see. The same scenario, let's come to the second half. Now, the second half is where now teams will start playing their own game. Only the current results, so he wants to. You, as a referee, now take all the factors, the first half factors into account. In the first half, he see your minor not involved 2 minutes. We have done substitutions. All the teams have maximized all their substitutions. And to our 5 substitutions in now, all the opportunities gone. Correct. Now, stretch for back, Amoko. Injury, goalkeeper injured, this, that. A very solid referee will start stopping his other watch. That's when he has to. Pack. So he's stopping to make sure that he gets all the time lost. You might not be able to get all, though, but majority you get it. In first half, he's here, currently, second half, Umbo Kra 6. Just say, Umbo Kra, just say, would you and Kra 6?
Yeah.
Where a few factors like substitution, not necessarily all, but Umbo Kra 6. Because the second half, the players run tired. Sometimes you give a water break. Sometimes the time even for the stretchers to come on the field and leave. Yellow card and Tumbo Kra. And when within time added on, within time added on, why should 6-8 minutes of time added on, and players begin to say, tell them that for every 2 seconds that you waste, I will play 30 seconds. For every 2 seconds that you waste, so for the time we are lying down, we have already captured 1 minute. I will play. And some of the referees we are seeing them, they are bold and they show 7, 8, 9, and they play 11. That is where we want to get to. The photo finish here, the referees. Oh, continue lying down. Go about water. So now you are down for 1 minute. You play 3. Because when they finish your treatment, the people will have to go out. So, can you say we have 3 more minutes to play? If we do that consistently, once a World Cup, I'm going to try, it worked.
Yeah.
I said, everybody could have come added on now. The other issue, I think you mentioned it, has to do with the ball retrievers. Ball retrievers, and that is one area that we need to watch closely.
Ball no, a bear 12 and all pack no so. Almost share ya akabe 20 minutes no. They are bobos ni na egu stance ni mu nakaba. Ball no kwa emma. Ball boy no we ni kura we gine ni ohun se dogo bi kura no abe.
Sir. And the ball retrievers, they don't work by themselves. If you instruct them, they are very ignorant, very innocent. Say you say obey. I think so. It is paying for now. They instruct you. So we put those things also at the doorstep of the fourth official. Because fourth official, who know what line, you can easily see them when they begin to pull out. And then so if a match commissioner and you also see it, draw the attention. This is what is happening, and that kind of thing. And see, in order to get a playing game, these are all various tactics. For you to bring kill the actual time played on.
And as referee, ball situation, practically as referee, they no bet me.
How many ball retrievers were declared at the technical meeting?
Yes, said 10.
So the ball retrievers 10, and in India or football 12, and airball. And the fourth referee can help you. You see where they are positioned. But beyond Nepal, no so a ball or retrieve anymore. So you watch it. When the ball, a control, a chair answer, you can scan around, stop the game. No about almost say, where are the ball retrievers? If you are fortunate and the match commissioner is seated at the technical bench with the fourth official, you report to him. If he's not there and he's out there, call him to come down. Say, where who say, you ask all of them to come back. What I say. But why do we have to get to that stage? Why do we have to get to stop the game to do ball retrieval? Assuming that it's a live match, you guys in the
oh, ball retrieval, but ball in Biniho.
So, if you at the start of the game, we have 10 football. And how come, say, towards the 85th minute, na ball, na kaba, kuni ebo park, no some kwa. So, if you what I say. So, those doing it, yes, much of football is fairness. And it means that your team has a deficiency. And that deficiency is what you have to work on, not necessarily killing the time.
Okay. Ref, Midasipa, I say ene onana birthday. Na birthday.
But they're not saying papa birthday.
Oh, where do you feel the power? Belated birthday, Julian Ba. No.
Julian Kazanga's birthday.
Fantastic. Feel better, papa. Now, Julian, I didn't ban the birthday about finding the ama.
If you're not to me, can answer.
Julian, we call coffee for baby, and baby do me. We saw the bar. We didn't want finish business. Julian, happy birthday to you. Ref, me that's a part.